Welcome back to Mike's Archery, and we're here checking out the new 2020 Bowtech Reckoning 38. It's their new target bow for 2020, and it's got some great features on it that they've taken from the Reckoning from 2019. It's going to allow you to lock that cam in just like the Reckoning did, and have that adjustment on the cam up here. 1.5 turns to adjust your cam in and out, one direction or another, and then you can lock it down for precise and perfect alignment every time and perfect tuning. The cam also comes with your comfort setting mod as well as the performance setting mod, but then it also comes with 2 sets of modules. So you got a high let off and a low let off. Now the let off kind of varies depending on where you got it set. Bounces around from 72% to 80-some%. But anyway, there's several options in there for you to adjust that cam and change the feel of this bow, the let off of this bow, and then also lock that cam down perfectly where you want it to get that tuning of your arrow, which is all important when you're on that target range, shooting 3Ds or indoor, whatever you're doing with this bow. Accuracy is the name of the game. So taking a look at some of the specs on this bow, obviously 38 inches axle to axle, 7 1/8 inch on the brace height here. Speeds on this bow, the IBO speed is going to be 325 coming off of this. So the weight on this bow is 4.9 pounds. Draw length adjustment on that cam also goes from 27 all the way out to 32 inches. So this is going to fit you longer draw guys that have those big wingspans and shooting target archery. This is going to adjust all the way from 27 to 32 for you as well. Some of the other things that this bow brings out here, the new Deadlock cable slide system is going to allow you to lock this cable slide also in a accurate position that's going to allow you to take torque out of the cables and then lock it down for performance there. One of the other deadlock options on this bow is the Lim Pockets. Now they did a complete redesign here on the Lim Pockets to where the Lim Pockets are now integrated into the riser. And so when you adjust the weight on this and get it where you want it, it's got a couple locking screws that are going to lock the Lim Pockets into the riser and cause it to be one solid piece, taking out some vibration, anything that could possibly move with your Lim Pockets and limbs and things. So it's going to create better accuracy there, just creating one solid piece from top to bottom in your Lim Pockets and your riser. One of the other features we want to look at today on this bow is also the clutch performance grip that Bowtech has included with it. That's going to come with 2 sets of grip panels to go on the back side of the riser here. A nice thin grip on this bow, as most all target bows are, but it's going to give you a little higher wrist setting, and then if you slide that off, you can replace it with a lower wrist setting, just to allow you that option on how it feels and sits in your hand and just where you like it. So a lot of adjustability in this bow, a lot of performance packed into this bow, and that new Deadlock system I think is going to create some great accuracy out of this bow. It's supposed to be one of the most accurate bows that Bowtech's put out, and I believe it. With all the extra tuning ability in the cams, all the extra lockdown features in the Lim Pockets, cable slide, all those different things is just going to make this a phenomenal bow. We're going to take this bow and shoot it over the chronograph now. As usual, we're shooting a 400 grain arrow out of this bow, and this bow is set on 60 pounds at 29 inches. So just realize that when you see these speeds, even though IBO is at 325, obviously we're going to get slower speeds with the simple fact that we're shooting a heavier arrow. Obviously you target guys are going to lighten that up, probably in the low 3s when you're shooting this bow, especially on 60 pounds, just to get the speed out of it and keep the speeds up and your distance guessing out of it. So we're going to take a couple shots out of it, see how it feels, and let's you see what it does. So we got 259 on the chrono out of this bow. And again, keep in mind that is a 400 grain arrow out of this 60 pound bow at 29 inches. So there's a ton of speed and performance left in this bow when you set it up. So a couple things, this bow is going to come into you at $16.99 is going to be the retail on the new Reckoning 38. But some of the things we noticed about the shot, number one, that long axle to axle makes it a very smooth draw coming over. Very comfortable, very smooth coming over, and of course if you switch that to the performance setting, it's going to be a little harsher, but really not bad. And if you go to that comfort setting and adjust your let off, then that's going to change it a little bit as well. So there's some options there where you can get a little more speed out of it, a little more performance, but also a smoother draw as well. So after that, when it sits in your hand, this bow comes back not hardly any torque at all. I mean, it just wants to sit there solid in your hand, and again, that's just attributed to that long axle to axle, that high brace height, exactly what you want out of a target bow. So it's going to be a fantastic shooter, just sitting solid on the dot for you when you're there on the range. Now, after the shot goes off, this bow, as it's stripped down, it does have a little bit of vibration in the handle, but I think you're going to see that come out once you weight that up, put some accessories on it and whatnot. This is just a stripped down bow that we're shooting. So it did have just a little twing in the hand when we shot it, but nothing to get excited about. Like I said, once you put all the other stuff on there and get your side bars and back bars and whatever you're going to put on this bow for target, it's going to be a fantastic shooter. You're not going to feel a thing in your hand, and it's going to sit very solid. It's not going to have any jump, and that's one thing. Even at 4.9 pounds, with it being the way it is now, stripped down, it didn't have any forward jump out of my hand at all. It was just a little bit of vibration in the riser. So, but overall, I think we've got a real winner here for you target guys. Be sure and check out the Reckoning 38 if you're one of the guys that want to do some super tuning and really get the specs where you want it. This is a bow for you to look at, because it's going to be a solid shooting machine. $16.99 is going to be your price point on this bow. So right there with all the other target bows, you're going to spend that 17 to $2,000 on a setup on one of these target bows. So take a look at the Bowtech 2020 Reckoning 38, and I think you're going to have a real sweet shooting machine on your hands. Thanks for tuning in to our YouTube channel. If you like what you're seeing from Mike's Archery, please hit the subscribe button, give us some like on social media, and as always, comments are welcome in the comment section. We love to hear from all our customers. See you on the next video.